What's up guys, it's Justin from Cubing with a Twist here, and in today's video, we're going to go through my entire cubing collection. Okay, so I'm going to do this by order of event or layer size actually. So starting off, we have 2x2. So over on the left side, we have my first good speed 2x2. This is the original plastic Dayan stickerless 2x2. This is a really great 2x2. It's really smooth, it corner cuts really well, though I actually always had a minor popping problem with it, and I'm not sure why, so that's why it's actually no longer my main. So moving over here, this is the Kung Fu Yueshen 2x2. It is only $6, but it is one of the best 2x2s, if not the best 2x2 on the market. And basically for $6, you really can't go wrong. I would heavily recommend this puzzle. Moving over here, we have my two Moyu Weipos. This is my main 2x2. This is the Cubicle Premium Moyu Weipo, in stickerless, of course. I love Moyu shades, and it's a really great 2x2. Then this one is obviously a black version. I actually won this in a giveaway from Speed Cube Review. Yeah, so that's really cool. So this is just a collection. And then in the back here, we have the Ution blue elephant puzzle. It's a 2x2, so it technically fits in here. And then we have the Yueshen panda. So yeah, those are all my 2x2s. So I almost forgot my ghost 2x2. Now, I can't believe I forgot this because this is actually a very, very special puzzle to me. Now, I know what you're thinking now that the 2x2 ghost cubes have been mass-produced, anyone can buy them, and a lot of people have them. Well, what's special about this one is that this one was actually handmade by the same guy that Crazy Bad Cuber got all his from in, I believe, Taiwan. It's an awesome, awesome handmade puzzle, and I actually remember when I got it, if you can hear, there's a little bit of rattle on the inside because a corner piece actually broke off and got stuck in here. But this is a great puzzle. It's really fun to solve, and I really love it. Okay, all of my 3x3s. These are all of the 3x3 puzzles I own, which to me is a lot. I know, obviously, a lot of people have collections that are like 4 times the size of mine. So I'm going to go from right to left and just cover all of them. This is a random 3x3 barrel that I got as a birthday gift from one of my friends. Over here we have my 2 limited edition GANs 356 Airs, in obviously the blue and pink. These are both really cool puzzles. In the back here is just a 3x3 like stuffed animal pillow thing. It looks like a 3x3, so it's in here. Right here we have my first speed cube ever. This is a Dayan Zhanchi. I love this cube. It's been restickered probably about 12 times from them getting destroyed. And it's amazing that being the cube so old, I can still pick it up and do pretty well on it. In front of the Zhanchi, we have my current main, the Chi Volk 3 Cubicle Premium Edition. I love this cube. Right here we have a Sheng Shao Master Morphix. This is a pretty cool puzzle, shape-shifting. Then over here and in the back, these 2 puzzles, we have a Chi Big Sail and then the Sheng Shao Big Legend. The Sail is a much, much better large 3x3. Right over here, we have a random, what I've dubbed the dollar store cube, because I bought this at a dollar store on my mission to find the $1 3x3. Right here, we have a Void Cube, the Cubicle Premium Moyu Weilong GTS, the Mohuan Shaosu Kufang. This is the Goguan Yushao, probably my longest running main, because while I did have this one for a while and I really liked it, there were a couple other ones that were also really good in that area. This one was my main for about a year. Over here we have my Keep Calm cube that I bought in a, I think, candy store in Maryland. Right here we have my Ghost Cube 3x3, still unsolved from the original video I made it, because I sat down for about 20 minutes to try to solve it. It gave me a headache and I haven't touched it since. Right here, this is the, which one is this? Okay, so this is the Cubicle Premium GANs 356 SV2. This is a pretty good puzzle, but right next to it we have the GAN Premium Air, which is just so much better. Right here we have it's a Shengshao 3x3. I forget the name of it. I'll put it on the screen, but this is like the only really good cube to ever come out of Shengshao as far as 3x3s are concerned. So that's pretty cool. Right here we have a Moyu Mini Aolong. This is a version 1, of course. I love this cube. Right here we have a Fangxi Shuang Ren version 1 with CubeSmith stickers. This puzzle is pretty old. I think it's about 2 to 3 years old. I got the Fangxi Shuang Ren about a month after it came out, and it's still a pretty good puzzle. Right next to it, we have a Qi Thunderclap version 1. Was a really great puzzle, loved it, and then when I did my spring swap in my Yueshen Blue, I actually put the Yueshen Blue springs in here, and it's basically unusable now, and yeah, I need to get around to swapping the springs back. In the front right here, we have 3 of the just mini cubes that you'll get on like a keychain. I've collected these over the years. And then right here, we have the Rubik's brand. I think it's a 20 millimeter 3x3 that Rubik's claims is the smallest mass production Rubik's Cube, even though I know that is not true. So yeah, these are all of my 3x3s. Obviously, you know, some of them aren't really speed cubes, but they're still 3x3s, so that's why they're included. So yeah, on to 4x4. Okay, so here we have all of my 4x4s. So the 2 that are not speed cubes are these 2, of course. This is a handmade 4x4 barrel, super barrel that I made. It's the first and only shape mod I've actually ever done. The paint looks really crappy, the stickers look really crappy, but it turns really well, and it is indeed a barrel, so I'm still proud of it. So, yeah. Then right here we have the Moyu Aosu Megamorphix. This is a really cool puzzle. It's a little difficult to solve. I have some parity here that I actually don't know how to get rid of. I solved it like 3 or 4 times, and then I got this, and I spent like an hour trying to fix it, and decided that I didn't care enough. So now looking at all of my speed 4x4s, I have, what is that? That's 6 to 8 of them. So I have 2 mini 4x4s, which is the Cyclone Boys G4, which is a pretty solid 4x4. Then I have the, what is this? The Yueshen Blue 4x4. This is a very good 4x4. It's just always been a little slow for me, which I don't like. So, yeah. Then in my 62mm 4x4s, we have my current main, the Qiyi Wukyu, which is just an amazing 4x4. Then we have the Moyu Aosu, which is still a really good 4x4, but it's not stickerless, and I like the Qiyi feeling more. Then next to the Moyu Aosu, probably the most underrated 4x4 on the market, this is the Kung Fu Kangfang. This 4x4 is amazing. I like the Qiyi one a little bit more, but the Qiyi one also costs almost 3 times as much. The Qiyi one is $24 versus the Kung Fu Kangfang costs only $9. So if you're on a tight budget and you're looking for a good 4x4, I don't really think there's a better option than this one out there right now. It's really good. Then in the back here, we have the YJ Yusu R, also a great budget option, but if you like the bright sticker shades like I do, this one's still better. Really great cube, especially for the $9, $50 price tag. Then in the back, we have 2 of my oldest 4x4s. This one, a friend actually gave to me. This is just, I think, a Shengshao V5. So, yeah, it's just a regular black Shengshao. And then this one is my first 4x4 I ever got. This is a Shengshao V4, I believe. Oh, wait, actually, this is the second one. The first one I turned into the barrel. This is one of my first cubes ever. And this actually has the Consta mod done to it. And it's not even that loose, but it feels super unstable because I think I overmodded the pieces. It's really loud. And all in all, it's okay. But given that it's about 3.5 years old, it was pretty good for when I used it and was still averaging about 2.5 minutes on 4x4. Yeah, we don't like to talk about those times. So anyway, these are all of my 4x4s. Now on to 5x5. Okay, so these are my 5x5s. Now, I'm going to start with the odd one out that you're probably all looking at and going, what on earth is that? This, my friends, is a V-Cube 5 that the buffoon behind the camera decided he wanted to try to Florian mod. I looked on CubeSmith websites to see if they had Florian modded V-Cube size stickers, to realize they do not. After completing this and trying to use it, I now realize why they do not. This cube is also known as the worst idea ever. It's really bad. My Florian mods were really too shallow, and they actually don't really do anything. They don't really help with corner cutting. It cuts the same as it always did, badly. And yeah, overall, this is one of the worst 5x5s I've ever felt, and I got the luxury of being able to say I made it. So moving on into a brighter territory, we have what was my first good 5x5. This is the Moyu Boshwang GT. I love this 5x5. I actually still really like it. It's just so smooth because I lubed it with a ton of Traxxas. It's really smooth. It starts getting really fast when I start playing with it. All in all, this is really a great 5x5. Then I acquired this one. This is the Yueshen. I don't love the Yueshen as much as everyone else does. It's really smooth, but it's a little unstable feeling for my preference. I don't like the amount it wobbles. I always preferred the super stable feeling of the Boshwang. But it's still a pretty good 5x5, and I can still get my average with it. So then, moving on to my two most recent 5x5s, we have the Chi Wushwang, which I love. And then we have the Moyu Weishwang GTS, which I also really like. The Weishwang GTS is a really solid 5x5. But what I like about the Chi more is, A, it's a little bit faster, and then all the layers feel the same. And then, I've said this before, is that it's fast when you need it to be, but it's slow when you don't. So when I'm turning layers, they all stay in place, except the ones I'm moving, and the ones I'm moving turn really well. I do actually like the smaller size of this one, which is weird because I don't care on 4x4 or on 6x6, but I like the smaller size. I think it feels better in the hand, though if this one were significantly better than this one, I wouldn't care and I'd just use the bigger size. So yeah, those are my 5 different 5x5s. Now on to 6x6. Okay, so here are my 3 6x6s. So I have the Ution Red, the Chi Yi Wuhua, and the Moyu Weishi GTS. So obviously this is the smallest of the 3. I forget the size. I think it's a 65mm cube. Though I think as of right now, I actually like this one the least. It's the least stable of the bunch. It wobbles the most. And it's just not as fast, especially not as my Chi. Now, my Chi right now is my current main. I absolutely love this thing. It is so fast. It is fast, it's stable, it's smooth, it's so great. My only downside is that it's black plastic. I don't like black plastic, which is where this one actually comes in. So the new Moyu Weishi GTS, I can't really say too much about it just because I quite literally just got this. I'm filming my Cube Collection video about 5 minutes after I finished filming the unboxing for this. So I can't exactly weigh in on what I think of this one yet. But if I like this one, if I like the Weishi more than I like the Wuhua, I'm not going to buy another 6x6, but if I like the Wuhua more, I'm going to buy the Wuhua in stickerless. So yeah, those are my 6x6s. Okay, so 7x7. These are my 4 7x7s, and from left to right, I have the Ution 7x7, my current main and like handily the best 7x7 on the market by a large margin. This thing is amazing. Review for this will be coming soon, by the way. Then we have the MF7S. It's pretty good. It's okay. It's good. It's really good for its price tag, though I think if you're looking at $30, I think it makes more sense just to shell out the extra 10 and get this, or wait until the Ution comes on sale. But it's pretty good. It's stable and it's super smooth. It just needs some more breaking in work, and then it has a little more potential, but I have this one, so I don't really care about breaking this one in too much. For here we have my first good 7x7 that I got probably about 6 months ago. This is the Moyu Cubic Alfu. It's a great 7x7. It was a large improvement over my last one. My only gripe about it was that it's not as ridiculously stable. It wobbles a bit, so it caused me to have a couple pops. Nothing too serious and nothing I couldn't control, but it definitely slowed me down. And lastly, we have my first really good 7x7. This is the Shangshao Mini 7x7. I had this cube since 2014 at a competition. I traded someone for it, and this cube was one of my favorites. It's still a decent 7x7 today. It just doesn't hold up to the likes of something like the Yueshen or the Cubic Alpha. I know Chi has their new 7x7 out, and I plan on ordering that in probably a month or two when I actually have money to buy it. But until then, these are my 4 7x7s. Okay, so I actually don't own anything larger than a 7x7, though I do plan on sometime maybe getting an 8x8, 9x9, 10x10, 11x11, one or all of them if I can afford them at some point. So here are my other WCA events / I guess Minx puzzles, because I have the Kill Minx right here. So yeah, so I guess that starts it off. This is the Shengshao Kill Minx, or 2x2 Mega Minx. It's a fun little cube, but I like to have it on a table if I'm going to turn it, because it's kind of hard to control up in the air. I find some other layers can start to turn, because it turns really well. It's just a fun little solve, and yeah, it's cute. I like it. My other Mega Minx in the back here, this is the original Shengshao Mega Minx. Super smooth puzzle, but catches a lot because it doesn't have any Florian holes. So yeah, but good first Mega Minx from about 3 years ago. And then, of course, I guess you could say main. I don't really solve Mega Minx, but if I did, this would be it. The X-Man Galaxy Sculpted Mega Minx. This is really good. I mean, there's not much more to say from me about other than that. It's really good. It turns really well. It corner cuts really well, and it handles really well. So, yeah. Those are my 3 Minx puzzles. And then we have my 2 Pyraminxes will be next. This is the Shengshao Pyraminx, the unmodded. And yeah, when I first bought it, it was okay. And you know what? For a beginner Pyraminx, just to learn how to solve it, it's perfectly fine. Now that I have this one, I see how wrong I was. How, I didn't think this one was so bad. I got the X-Man Bell Pyraminx, and it's just so much better. Algorithms flow just a lot better on it. Even though I'm not a Pyraminx solver, I still enjoy just solving this because it just turns so well. And then the last 2 WCA events are Square 1, which I have a Chi Square 1, and I actually don't know how to solve a Square 1. I need to learn. The only reason it's solved is because one of my best friends does, and he likes to play with mine when he comes over. And then the Chi Scube. Also, I don't solve Scube, but I can just say that, it turns pretty well, but I'm not a fast turner. So yeah, so from most of these, I'm not really big on these events, but these puzzles all do it enough for me when it comes to playing with them or just solving them for whatever I feel like doing. So yeah, those are my other various WCA puzzles. And last but certainly not least, we have my just various random other puzzles. So you'll notice that these 2 are not solved. I have gotten so close so many times to solving this, but I haven't seen a single video on YouTube on how to, so I don't know how to fix this parity. So I guess we're going to start with this one. This is, I think it's a gear corner turning octahedron. And it's not like the other ones where only the tips turn. This is the 3x3 barrel shape mod. And it is very, very, very difficult. And at this point it just sits around and doesn't get scrambled because I don't ever want to have to solve this again. Then over here we have the Moving Parts LLC, that's the brand at least, X Cube, also not solved because I had, after trading away my, 4x4x6, I've actually forgotten how to solve these cuboids, so I can't solve this, so it's kind of just sat around. Then over here we have my Super Floppy, which my sister gave me for Hanukkah this year, which was a fun little gift. And then also from my sister for Hanukkah, we got another Moving Parts product. This is the 1x1x2 Boob Cube, the world's hardest puzzle to ever solve. It's just a hilariously fun little puzzle, and it turns really smoothly along its one axis. And then right in front, we have a little 1x1. This was also a surprise gift from my little sister. Yeah, and it's just a cute little puzzle. These 2 sit on top of my computer just because they're fun. So yeah. Ooh, I realized I forgot something. Can't believe I forgot it, but this is my Hexa Minx. I traded my 4x4x6 for this at a competition about 2 years ago, and this thing is really cool and really, really, really hard. I've solved it a number of times, and it just mainly sits on a shelf now because it looks really cool. A couple of the corner stickers have come off, so it makes it a little hard to solve because I actually don't know what sticker shades they are. But other than that, this is a seriously awesome puzzle. When you scramble this, I mean, you can just see right here, it makes it look like you're holding a ball of like glass shards. It's insane. All in all, this is a seriously cool puzzle, and if you like shape mods, I would very recommend picking this one up. So, yeah, that'll do it for the non-WCA random puzzles. Hey guys, so right before I close off the video of my cube collection, I just want to say a big shout out, thank you to you guys for making really this all possible. I know I'm still really small and I only have like, I think 78 subscribers at the time of making this, but that's a lot more than I had when I started. Of course, that's 78 more than I had when I started. So that's still really awesome to see. All of your awesome comments are what keeps me motivated, and it's a big reason I bought really so many cubes this year. So yeah, so I guess this is just a big thanks to you guys for being such a great audience, supporters, and just, you know, to keep it up in 2017. Hopefully my channel can grow a lot more. And yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to get a lot more subscribers, get some new puzzles. I already have a couple more on the way. And so yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you stuck it out for all 20 minutes of this video. That really means a lot to me. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a dislike and tell me why in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to see more content like this, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.